What's up, guys? It's Collin. It's about 5:40 a.m. I'm just getting ready to head out to the NARBC show in St. Charles. We will see you there. All right, so it's about 6:22. So we got about 25 minutes left before we get to the show. Yeah, it's been a pretty easy morning overall. One thing I will say about like morning reptile shows in general, or like, you know, going to local shows like this is when you get on the roads, usually, not always in St. Louis, but usually 40 and 70, there's always zero traffic. 55 is hit and miss depending on construction, but one thing I love about getting up and going to shows this early is that there's generally nobody on the roads, which makes not only it super easy to get there, but you know, it cuts down on time. Yeah. All right, we're pulling in right now. As you can see, it's kind of a ghost town this early. For those of you saying, Collin, get off your phone, I'm traveling at 2 miles per hour in an empty parking lot, so we don't have to worry about that. As you can see, we got a lot of people loaded in. We got a bunch of trailers out here. Looks like I see a trailer I know. Let's see, we're gonna get parked here and then figure out what the heck's going on, and then we'll go in. So a little bit of a brief history of this show. So of course we all remember the COVID-19 pandemic and the effect that that had on large scale events. So originally there were just a couple NARBC shows. So there was Tinley Park, Illinois, and then there was Arlington, Texas. And then, of course, due to the restrictions in the greater Chicagoland area, the Tinley Park Expo was canceled or put on hold during the COVID-19 pandemic due to the restrictions in the greater Chicago area. So really two things came out of that. So firstly, they added the St. Louis location. Of course, Missouri having a little bit looser regulations at that time. The St. Charles Expo here started. And then the second thing is they also added another show in Schaumburg, Illinois. So Schaumburg is about an hour northwest as the crow flies from the city of Chicago. So being in the suburbs, the regulations were a little bit looser there. So really because of COVID, these two shows kind of came about. This show is more infrequent than the other ones. So, for example, I think they're only having this show once a year now, whereas, for example, I think Arlington and Tinley Park, they're having two shows. Of course, in Tinley, they always do the March show and the October show. So we'll head in there. I will see where Matt and Stephanie are at, and we'll go from there. So this is a Cuban boa. These guys, they get about 13 feet. They can get larger, yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. Here we have a pair of pancake tortoises. These guys are super cool. Oh wait, oh my God, it's Rich. Everybody say hi to Rich. It's for our YouTube channel. No, it's for our YouTube. Look at that. Like they almost got smashed like a pancake. These guys are super cool. So I want to show you guys this cool thing we noticed across the room. It's hard to see on the camera, but it's actually like a holographic sign. Super cool. Hopefully it's a good turnout today.
For good stuff, this is all high-end.
So cool.
That I've been buying all my bugs from you guys for.
Man, you got some stuff too. This has to be the most Leachianus I've seen at a table.
Down the street.